Worldwide scientific consensus tells us that our climate is rapidly changing. Climate change is a shift in the usual weather patterns or temperatures in a particular location over a long period of time. These changes could be caused by natural forces, such as the solar cycle, or they could be influenced by human activities, like an increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Any emission of a substance that insulates solar energy can increase global temperatures. This increase will alter the process of life on Earth. Greenhouse gases are gases on Earth that insulate the sun's radiation. Heat insulation is essential for our planet's health. However, an overabundance of gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor cause the temperature in the atmosphere to increase higher than it normally would. Methane and carbon dioxide are two of the most powerful greenhouse gases. Although CO2 is more abundant, methane is considered to be a more effective gas, trapping heat much more efficiently. Let's take a look at the effects of heat absorption from a different perspective. To demonstrate the effects of heat insulation, our group did an experiment using the sun's energy to cook raw cookie dough. We placed the pan of cookie dough on the dashboard of the car, then left it there for 3 hours to allow the car to absorb enough heat to cook them. After 3 hours, the cookie dough was fully cooked. This demonstrates the same concept as the greenhouse effect, in which the gases in Earth's atmosphere absorb the sun's energy. The metal exterior of the car acts as the greenhouse gases, and the cookies act as the organisms living on Earth. Just like gases in the atmosphere, the heat gets trapped in the vehicle and affects the plants and animals inside. All of this information is interesting. However, the question that should be most important is, why should you care? The answer is simple: because it affects all of us. Climate change should be a significant concern to all people because it could affect all life on Earth. If greenhouse gases were to be produced and unchecked, all of the plants and animals we consume could decline in population, creating a scarcity of resources for humans. As a result, every human on Earth has the potential to be negatively impacted. Let's take a look at the practice of rice agriculture. Rice agriculture is the farming of rice through two methods. The first is flood irrigation. Rice fields are flooded year-round to encourage the growth of rice. This method is effective for growing rice, but results in a large sum of evaporation from the sun. The second method is periodically flooding the field using drainage systems to remove water at certain parts of the year. This method is less efficient in the growth of rice, but results in less water lost. Different varieties of rice require different growth methods and conditions. Rice is one of the most important crops after wheat and corn. As I've said, methane is less abundant than CO2. However, it has the potential to absorb more heat. Methane and CO2 are produced from a lot of the same sources. Some methane sources include wetlands, agriculture, and the burning of fossil fuels. Environment International states that methane's lifetime in the atmosphere is expected to be 12 years, while carbon dioxide is only expected to stay in the atmosphere for about 5. Why is rice agriculture so effective in producing methane gas? Rice agriculture is one of the most significant anthropogenic sources of methane. It combines two of the most ideal conditions for methane production, which are high temperatures, moisture, and low oxygen levels. This makes the process of rice cultivation a huge contributor to methane in our environment. The process of rice farming has a lot to do with microbial organisms. Flooded rice fields are a place where bacteria thrive. Microorganisms that live and provide nutrients to the rice roots also release a significant amount of methane. Just like in the fermentation of cow manure, bacteria are the source of these emissions. Here is a clip from NASA's Scientific Visualization Studio that better represents the information. So what are some possible solutions to reduce the emissions from rice paddies? The solutions consist mainly of proper water, fertilizer management, and the growth of certain rice varieties. It has been proven that continuous flooding results in greater seasonal average methane emissions. Options like intermittent flooding, in which rice fields are drained for a short period of time before harvest, reduce methane emissions from 2 to 4 times lower than year-round flooding. The first step in achieving either of these solutions would be to increase awareness of the danger of methane emissions from rice agriculture and to take legal actions in the countries where it is most prominent.